As traders, we all have rules about our trading, at least we should, about things that we follow in our strategies and our trading plan. Our guest today is Jeff Quinto to talk about that. Jeff, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you talk about something called unbreakable rules. What do you mean by that?
Well, an unbreakable rule in trading is a rule that you decide you're never going to break. Now that seems obvious, but the trouble with rules that are not unbreakable is that you're always in this debate with yourself on the fly during the trading day. Should I do this? Should I not? Should I do this? Should I not? To me, certain rules should be unbreakable, so you don't have to have that debate with yourself. You just decide, I'm never doing this again. As an example, I have an unbreakable rule that I bet you share with me. You want to hear it?
Sure.
My unbreakable rule is that when I go in Walgreens drugstore, I don't steal anything. It's an unbreakable rule for me. Well, you probably have the same thing. You're never going to break it. So when you're walking through Walgreens, you don't have to worry about what you're going to put in your pocket and take home. You're never going to even think about it. The same thing in trading. Now, one of my unbreakable rules is I never add to a loser. Now, when I decided that I was never going to add to a loser, I literally have not added to a loser since, I don't know, 30 years or something. So I don't have to debate during the day whether it's a good point to add to a loser. I just never do it. Also, an important point about an unbreakable rule, it doesn't have to be a perfect rule, but you have to follow it consistently.
So, for instance, in a stop loss, another unbreakable rule would be I'll never lose more than, say, 1% of my account.
Oh, that goes without saying. You have to have that as an unbreakable rule. So you say to yourself that I'm willing to lose no more than 1% in a day, and that's it. That's the end of your losses at 1%, and you can go home and be happy that you followed your rules. That certainly needs to be an unbreakable rule.
Does writing these down help and maybe put them on a Post-it note next to my computer screen?
Oh, well, they should certainly be written down. To me, they'd be part of your trading plan. They would be listed in your trading plan, and you'd understand them clearly and completely. And you need to move in this area to where it's unconscious. You don't have to think about, oh, gee, am I going to add to a loser? Am I not going to add to a loser? Am I going to pull out my stop? You just don't do it. You just follow the rule completely. And after a while, it becomes unbreakable. You don't have to think about it.
And then finally, are there rules that can be breakable? In other words, I could be flexible on some things but not others.
Well, some things, but today's topic is unbreakable rules. So really, as it relates to those, we just never break them. There are other things that you can maybe massage a little bit, but not these rules.
Jeff, thanks for your time.